In a recent polling of the most popular football clubs in terms of supporters in Thailand, top was Liverpool Football Club, then Manchester United Football Club, both in the Premier League in England, and third, Buriram United in Thailand. And I've come to the stadium, the Chang Arena, just to find out more about this football club, which has millions of supporters throughout Thailand. So let's get a close up. So Chang Arena has the nickname of the Thunder Castle. It is the biggest team in Thailand. It was formed in 1970, the football club itself. It's gone through a few name changes and it settled on Buriram United in 13 years ago, so 2012. And since it's changed its name, it's won the Thai League Champions 10 times. And you've got these little flags all the way around with the 10 star to say they've won. Now, if you've followed me in the past, you'll know that I have this thing about football clubs and grounds that I'll go down, and more likely than not that I'll get actually inside the ground, have a little wander on the pitch and then walk out. This place, not a chance. This is a proper professional ground. So the football team itself is affiliated with Leicester City back in UK and Borussia Dortmund in Germany, and they have a scheme where they'll send young players from this club across to Europe to get a better standard of training that they'll probably never get in Thailand. And we're talking young of about 10, 11, 12-year-olds. So I first came across the name of this club when I saw a mega store in Bangkok, and there was a couple of them in the city, and that's 310 kilometers away. And I was like, I've never heard of them. And there'll be a lot of people outside of Thailand that's never heard of them. But they even do stadium tours. And I was tempted to go in, but it's I don't think it's open today. So the stadium sits 32,600 people. That's big. In fact, there is the price for the tickets there. Compared to UK, that's cheap. So let's go for 500. That's about £11. But yeah, I don't think I can get in, which is a bit of a shame. And even their tops are more expensive than any other Thai team top over here. I'm so tempted to get one, but budget is not allowing us. So everywhere I've been, there's just been lots of people taking photographs. I mean, even the taxi driver who brought me down here on the bike was going, "You're going there, my favourite team." So it's a shame I can't get in. But this city, as I mentioned in the previous video, is sports mad. So not only has it got the biggest football team and a FIFA approved stadium, but over there is a Formula One approved racing track. So that's the Chang International Circuit, which holds the MotoGP every year. They've been trying to get Formula One to come here, but when we go down there in a minute, there is just so much to see. Oh, should I try and get in? I mean, there's no police around. I mean, security might be a little bit tight, so yeah, I'm not going to bother. But I want to have a walk around by myself, take a few pictures, Instagram. I've been looking forward to coming here for weeks. Thunder Castle! Right, just a little walk around. Went to the entrance to find out about a guided tour. It's 100 baht, which is cheap. Unfortunately, and this is what all these people here are waiting for, it takes you into the stadium, but it's not for another 55 minutes, and I'm not one to sit around doing nothing. And they did say that the girl who spoke really good English, it's all in Thai. The guy doesn't speak any English because they don't get many Europeans coming here, which is understandable when you've never heard of a team. So I thought I'd have a little wander down here past the stadium and have a look at the international circuit. So when the stadium, because I've just found this out, was opened up in June 2011, it actually started off with 24,000 seats, but it was built in a record-breaking 256 days, which made it a Guinness World Record as the fastest FIFA standard stadium ever. That's quite impressive. 256 days. So over here, down there, is Buriram Castle. In fact, that's where I want to go next. So this area itself is Buriram Castle, and it is fast food, cafes, restaurants, and basically it's for when the fans come down, they've got food already in waiting. But in the background is actually a replica of a castle. If I can just zoom in, and it's just there. So I'm going to head there, and hopefully I'll be able to see a bit more of the circuit from the castle. So yeah, Buriram Castle. So it's got the McDonald's just over there. There's a KFC just around the corner. There's loads of fast food. But to get the castle, the replica castle, you've got to walk all the way through there, past all this food joints. As you walk through all these restaurants, cafes, there's a little river going through. You got various bits and pieces, Cafe Amazon. I walked past McDonald's, KFC, not looking at them, and then I just had a little wander into the mega store for the football club, and the football top that you can buy, 690 baht. That's expensive. I was tempted to buy one until I saw the price. So as you go further on, there is the Formula One circuit over there as you drive in, and this is a castle, but it is a fake one. It's been built as part of this complex to go with this, the football team and the Formula One. It's quite nice. Right, I'll see you at the top. Wow. I was not expecting this. It's a good fake. And around you have got hotels, obviously, for an area like this. Some more over that way. Definitely wasn't expecting this. So this was inspired by an actual real temple at the Phnom Rong Historical Park, which is about 60 kilometers away from here. And yeah, can we walk in? I mean, they've done a really good job. I mean, basically it's a bit of Lego, isn't it? Just put stones together. Oh, loads of birds up there. And even though it is a fake temple, people still leave offerings. This is testing my legs out because this morning I went on a cheeky 5k run around the city very early. Now in the background I can hear cars, motorbikes, so there must be a race going on right now. Wow, wow, wow. And I don't think I'll be able to get down that way because there is that a river or a lake? But yeah, if there is a race going on, I'm not going to get in because I'll have to pay. And I'll know that it'll be expensive. That guy's got his tail in his mouth. I mean, even when you look at the entrance to the international circuit, you still got cars going in. But I am going to go to the front just to get my picture taken outside the big international circuit sign. Gotta do things like this. So this is it. This is the Chang International Circuit. Now I've just had a quick read online about this. The big thing I've got from it is no professional cameras allowed. I can just see some vehicles going past underneath the sign in the distance. Wow. So there's this guy here. Let's ask him if I can just go in for a little bit. Right, I'm inside. The guy spoke a bit of English. He told me no photographs, so you can't see me. No filming, especially. And he said I could walk to the grandstand, which right there in the distance, that is a bit of walking to do. And there you go, Chang International Circuit, destination of speed. And I don't know if you can hear it. I'm not a big fan of motorsports. And these aren't bikes, these are cars. And they're loud. So this seats, they reckon, over 100 2,000 people. Should I walk? My legs are saying no, but at the same time, will I get another chance to come here? Probably. But the main event for this place is the MotoGP, which is held around March every single year. The next one is actually March the 2nd, 2026. So the track itself was opened up in October 2014 and it cost 2 billion baht to build it. Now the track itself looks like this, and I've just been over to where them two guys are by the tent inside. I tried to make as little noise as I could, but I filmed some of the race, and although they sound like cars, they're motorbikes. And then as I was filming, one of the guys turned around and said, "Stop filming." So I did. So yeah, a bit more sporty things to see. That is seriously impressive. And I'm now in a new place. Just got a grab taxi here, 49 baht from the football stadium. And this is Khao Kradong Volcano Forest Park. Now, as I went past the exhibition building, which is up them stairs, is a statue, and the crater is 700 meters that way. Now, I'm not too sure if I've got to pay to come in. And yet again, as I got the grab taxi, he had no change, which happened to me the other day, but I was lucky enough to get some change off that one of the stalls there. But that's a lot of stairs. 100 meters they say. So I'm going to go up there, see what's up there, and then head towards the crater. It's not till you get a bit further in that you realise how many stairs there are. That is a lot. Wow. But there's like 3-year-olds doing it, so they can do it. So can I. So that's me just climbed up. I've had a 5-minute rest before I start filming again. That was a lot of stairs, but when you get to the top, this is what it greets you. It's something they're trying to build. There's a lot of vehicles around here, and they are the sort of ones that bring people to the top so they don't have to walk. Oh, and there it is. You can see the gold. It's a statue. A statue I passed on the way driving past. So I'm just walking in front of the statue itself because you can get a good view of the city. But there she is with a little umbrella on top. And I'm assuming at night time that lights the whole thing up. Wow. You can see how big it is compared to that guy there. And then this is right in the background, Buriram. In fact, I think the stadium is, in fact you can just see the circuit in the background over there. Shows you how big that place is. So the football stadium is just next door to it. That's how far I've come. But on the signs downstairs, there were other places highlighted for nature trails. So this is a bit, and a campsite as well. Campsites down here. But everyone comes to see this young lady here. Hello.
How are you?
I am very good, thank you.
Where did you come
From
from?
England.
Okay.
Yeah,
Come to Thailand.
thank you.
Thai.
God bless. So I've just realised that that is Buddha behind me, the big statue, and I might have called him a young lady. So if you offended me misgendering enlightened beings, I do apologise. But leaving Buddha behind, instead of going all the way down them stairs and following the route to the crater, there is a quicker way. Now this is a crater and a suspension bridge along here, 200 metres, which is a lot closer than the 700 from down there, with a suspension bridge. Now these steps are a bit dodgy when you're wearing flip-flops, but I'm going to take it slowly. And if that thing there had been open, it's an actual slide that takes you to the bottom. That would have been cool. So I've come down from the bottom of the steps, and the reason they're dodgy is because some of the stones are quite sharp, so they go through your flip-flops. Are a bit thin, but there's the suspension bridge. Wow. And there's something over there which I don't understand what it is. And there's some mosaic, lots of little tors, is that what they call them? T-O-R-S. Right, how do I get to that bridge? Oh, look at them swings. I've been in a swing for years. Whee! Oh, that's awesome. I feel like I'm 12-year-old again. And there it is. Suspension bridge. Looks safe enough. Oh! And the crater is just around the corner from here. So I came off the suspension bridge to go around the corner where I thought the crater was, but then I realised it's actually on the suspension bridge. Now, as I was coming down these stairs, as you may know if you follow me regularly, I've got this thing about tripping up, and I tripped up as I came down the stairs, and now I've got blood on my legs. So, sorry. Oops. But the crater is that. Right. That's it. Yes, good. Thank you. Yeah, when I tripped up, I had a lot of Thai women come around me going, UK, and they were a couple that was just going, hospital, hospital. No. So the swings I was on, just over there, I didn't realise that I was just in front of the volcano. And yeah, that's the crater. Oh well, it's volcanic, probably. Yeah, I've got no words, apart from it's a volcano. So as I've come off the bridge, it's starting to rain, and I can feel it coming down now, and it looks like it's going to be a bit of a short, heavy storm. So I'm going to head off to cover somewhere, and the rain has stopped. It came down so heavy, it poured down. Everybody was in the cafe underneath some shelter. There's about 20 of us like that. but it stopped, and hopefully it'll stay stopped until I get back to the hostel, because that's where I'm going now. It's been an interesting day, apart from the fact that I might have damaged my camera. I need to go back to the hostel to find out. So I'm going to climb down these stairs, get a grab taxi back to there, and then check it out. But if you've enjoyed this day, from the stadium to the Formula One circuit to the fake castle to that volcano, then all you got to do is press that like button. If you want to see where I'm going next, because I leave tomorrow and I think I'm heading towards Surin, then all you got to do is press subscribe. But until next time, bye bye for now.